Okay guys, this is a casual's guide to the steel path. This is Mirage, and this is the build we're going to be utilizing for her. We are sitting at 235% power strength with 226 duration. We are mostly focused on Hall of Mirrors and Eclipse for this build. And I know what you're thinking, the efficiency is horrible, but you won't actually even need to worry about efficiency or range. But for my primary weapon, I am using the gauze. What a fuck ton of crit. This is my primary weapon and this is the build I'm going for. And once again guys, build whatever way you want. But for my secondary weapon, I am using the gauze. What a fuck ton of crit. This is my secondary build, my backup weapon. Once again guys, build whatever way you want. This is just what I like. And for the melee, I'm keeping it traditional. We are using the Broken War because the Broken War is actually really freaking good, and you can get a ribbon for really cheap for the Broken War. Like, somebody would give you a ribbon for like 50 platinum. You can turn that into a devastating weapon. But moving on, we are about to hit the star chart. And the first thing you want to do is make sure you keep your energy up. Let's go ahead and pop Hall of Mirrors and Eclipse, and let's get them out of there, guys. And as you can see, this is the steel path, right? And that is some pretty respectable damage. As you can see right here, the Nox, I have a little trouble melting this guy instantly because I couldn't really get his head. Hopefully you have much better aim than me. But as you can see, Mirage is getting the job done. And remember, we are using kick gun weapons with Pack Seeker. Look right here, you'll be able to see that Pack Seeker proc. And those Pack Seeker bolts actually do a respectable amount of damage. And not just that, but sometimes weird stuff happens to where you could be using a totally different weapon that's not a kick gun, and for some reason it still procs Pack Seeker anyway. And that happened to me a couple times. It happened to me a couple times in this video, I believe, when I was using the Ignis also. But we will get to that in a moment. As you can see, Mirage gets the job done. Mirage has a decent amount of survivability. Right here, right? You can see those Pack Seeker bolts proc, and they actually do a respectable amount of damage, and they even kill the enemy before I can even get the shot off, which is not a bad thing. But as you guys can see, Mirage has a decent amount of survivability, and she can put out a ton of damage. If you do not have somebody like Cora or some of the other in-game steel path frames, I would highly recommend Mirage. You can do this build with normal Mirage. It might just take an extra forma, but yeah. I'm also running the Vaska Kavat. Right?
If I may say, operator,
this mod right here, Transfusion. When Master is bleeding out, the Vaska Kavat sacrifices 20% of his health to raise them. This does have a cooldown on it, but there was a couple times throughout the mission where it did save me. But moving on, we're going to be trying out the Ignis Wraith with Mirage. One thing you'll realize about Mirage is as long with this build, as long as you can hit your target, you should not have too much trouble because Mirage can just boost damage that much. Look, you can see that the 100 munitions procking. Look at that. You see those slash procs from 100 munitions? That is nasty. And that is a respectable amount of damage. This is the Ignis rate level 102 with a decent build, of course, but as you guys can see, it's getting the job done. Now, make sure at all times you are keeping up Hall of Mirrors and Hall of Malevolence, as well as Eclipse. And I probably should have said this earlier, make sure you are rocking that Hall of Malevolence mod also. Augment for Hall of Mirrors. As you can see right here, Ignis is doing a respectable amount of damage. Look at that. That's nasty right there. And look, this jackhole tripped the alarm, but you know what? I don't give a damn, because this is an extermination mission, so bring it on. Bring it on. As you can see though, Mirage is not having any trouble whatsoever.
Marines in.
Look at that, Mirage does it. Mirage does it. That is nasty right there. That's good damage. That is good damage. And you see, even with the Broken Warren, right, we're basically one-tapping guys. Look at that. Look at that big damage. Ugh. That's nasty, boys. That is some good damage. So yeah, as you can see, Mirage and the Ignis go together like peanut butter and jelly. Look at that. You saw that Pack Seeker proc. Did you see that Pack Seeker just proc? And I was using the Ignis rate. I don't know if you just saw that, but Pack Seeker totally proc. But yeah, you can even do a melee build with Mirage if you wanted to, because Mirage is just so nasty. She just gets the job done. I pulled out my melee weapon right here at the end because I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, we are on to the next mission. As you can see, Mirage not having any trouble whatsoever. Backed by popular demand, the Synord Simulor. I haven't used this weapon in forever. Wait, what the fuck is this build I'm running? What the fuck? Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix this. Give me a minute. It's been so long since I used this weapon. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Over 100% status. Running corrosive and magnetic for a total damage of a little over 7k. But by popular demand, let's see if the Synord Simulor still gets the job done. Ugh. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Synord Simulor is still pretty nasty, but something's weird. Something's wrong. The fire rate is off. Look at that though. Look at that damage. Sit down, boy. You're done, son. Yeah, the Synord Simulor still does it, but something's weird. It just feels so clunky to shoot. It feels so weird to shoot. You know, if I could go back in time, instead of using that convulsion, I would have threw in a fire rate mod. Yes, it does lower the damage, but you are getting higher DPS.
You are erased and must be erased.
See right here, Cephalon Suda pulls up on me. Look at that damage. Look at that damage, son. Look at that. That's nasty. That is nasty. The Synord Simulor still gets the job done. You see why DE nerfed this weapon. The Synord Simulor is a beast. Mirage is a beast, and that is still Path Mirage, guys.